Well, hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome. The summer Lacey is out.
Welcome.
We are filming a coffee chat. This is our time where we answer you guys' questions. Also kind of just catch up with life. I don't know if you noticed the energy coming out of me because school is out and it might be the coffee. But this is summer Lacey. I stay up late past 9 o'clock.
We've been like a really busy like during the days. So the evenings, like we start movies around like 10 o'clock at night, go to bed around 12. It's been a good time.
We are in full force summer
mode. So what we're drinking today is some iced coffee from Trader Joe's.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie about this, okay? When I first took the first couple of sips, I was like,
cold brew.
Yeah.
It is
bitter.
Very bitter.
But the more the ice is starting to melt, it's starting to get a little bit better. Well, let me taste one sip.
I have a splash of half and half, and I put a little bit of Irish cream
bitter.
in mine.
It's still bitter.
It's very bitter.
I don't know if I'm not gonna recommend it.
I mean, if you like that bitter taste, you will love it. But it's too much for me. If you like
really bitter coffee, it's all about you're gonna be all about it.
Yeah.
I would give this a 1 out of 10.
Really?
I don't like it, but I'm gonna drink it. This is what I got.
Coffee.
It's coffee and it's cold. Okay, future Justin here. This coffee's from Trader Joe's. We just said it was horrible. It's actually extremely good. So I was like, we came back inside and I was like, it can't be that bad. Like, and I was reading it and it said suggested use. Mix 1 part coffee concentrate to 2 parts. Because I noticed it said cold brew coffee concentrate. So I was like, oh my gosh, it was just too much. So it says mix 1 part coffee concentrate to 2 parts milk or water. So I did that with just water. And guys, 10 out of 10. It's actually...
It's way better.
It's so smooth. It's so good. So
we're like, oh,
we will buy this.
What disappointed.
I was like, how can this be so bitter?
This orange cream bubbly. Have you guys tried this flavor?
Sit me off of my feet.
It is so
it says sit
good.
me off of my feet.
Sit me off.
Okay.
It's like if you like orange creamsicles.
I don't.
Okay.
I'll tell you a story why.
If you do, it's like a refreshing, like when it's cold and out of the fridge, like
just brings you back to your childhood.
Perfect summer like drink right now. Yeah. I'm all about this flavor right now. Yeah.
Why I don't like that flavor?
Yes. What's your story?
Because it was Super Bowl Sunday when I was about 8 or 9 years old. We found a box of those in my friend's
like orange sickles.
Okay. Not those, yeah.
Yeah.
Orange sickles in his garage freezer. A box of like, I don't know, 12. But there's 2 boxes. He had a box, I had a box.
A whole box?
Whole box. Threw it up all over the lawn. And ever since then, I can't drink them.
You don't like orange creamsicles?
I can't eat them. Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah, didn't you have that experience with cheesecake too?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't have any temperance when I was a kid.
Obviously.
As far as
sounds like that.
The dessert foods. Anyway, but I like cheesecake now.
You do.
So maybe I should try those again.
Maybe.
You never know.
I love them.
You never know. But we have questions. We went on Instagram. If you don't follow us on Instagram, it is at our Z Roll. We would love for you to follow us along. We try to be more active there. We're getting better. I think this summer you're going to see a lot more because Lacey's done with school.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Or at least for a while.
If you see more comments going on, like us replying more, I'm starting to get back in that world again as well.
Lacey is now... Let's talk about this. So Lacey's done with school. She was supposed to be done with school last year, but she decided to teach 1 more year. And now she's a full-time content creator, so she's going to be doing a lot of editing, as well as I, with our business, but also our vlogs and our channel, and kind of helping with the books and just all that kind of stuff that goes along with running a business. Yeah. Which we're really excited about because it has definitely been kind of crazy this last year in a good way. Like, I don't want to complain about it.
Right.
But I just told Lacey today before we started filming, I'm like, I just feel like we're getting organized one day at a time. Like, I just feel like things are getting more organized every day that you've been out of school.
Just like going at it. Like,
things
I had this list of things. Like today,
Seriously.
I was like just things, just life things.
Like even like our personal budget, for example. Like things like that where it's just been like, we kind of know what we're spending, but now we're like really starting to get down and dirty of like what we're doing. Things are just getting more organized where, I feel like there's a to-do list that got really dusty. You know what I mean?
Very dusty. And we're just like wiping things off.
It feels really good. So that's kind of what's happening with us.
It's a good season too because if you watched our most recent vlog, we can link it, but you saw Justin out on our church property and things are getting really busy because we are moving out there, not in the building yet. in a tent.
Yeah.
So things have been very busy at work for you, so which in turn has been good for me to pick up more on the side of our channel.
It's worked out well. Things will kind of slow down. I have a summer camp in a couple weeks, and then after that, things will kind of slow a little bit down, which will be nice. But it's nice you're here to kind of get things rolling.
Yeah.
Talk about the church property, though. It's really cool, little history. We've had this land for about 15 years. Maybe more than that. I think 16 maybe. But so it's a really big deal for us just to at least occupy the land. Even though we're not in our building, the fact that we're on this land that we've had for so long, it's pretty cool. So it's going to be an exciting time for our church. And anyway, so what else?
What else was up? Oh, we booked a trip, you guys.
We booked a couple trips.
So one of them is us getaway.
Yes.
Which we'll be going with friends. So
it's not in the summer months.
It's in October.
It's in October. We try to stay here in the summer because it's beautiful in Idaho.
Yes.
Like it's like hard for me to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
But
we are so excited, you guys.
We are very excited.
It's gonna be really fun.
Do we tell where we're going?
Sure.
Okay. We're going to Seattle.
Yes.
We are going to a football game.
And a concert.
And
we're hanging out with some really good people.
And I think you guys are going to like it.
Yeah. We'll share more later.
We're
so excited.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. We also, there's some questions talking about the other trip that we booked too.
Yeah.
So we'll talk
about that later.
As far as like a Disneyland trip, I don't know if you guys watched our vlog where we talked about the carrot and the stick. We talked about how sometimes we put like, we have goals. And whatever the goals are, this one is kind of like a business goal. So if we achieve that business goal, then we'll probably book the Disney trip. And if we don't achieve the business goal, then we're not going to book the Disney trip.
Yeah.
So there might be a Disneyland trip on the books. There might not be, but let's be real. Even if we don't achieve the goal, we'll still probably book it sometime in the near future.
Right. Yeah.
But we're trying.
Disneyland is coming.
There's a certain date we want to go.
Yeah.
But
we just don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because we do have the treasure booked. So.
Well, that's what I thought we'd talk about more, because there's a question.
Right.
So should we... Wait, well, there's the first question. Let's talk about the first question.
Okay.
When are you sailing on the Disney treasure?
Perfect segue.
We are. We have a book, guys. We talked about it a little bit, I think, on the last coffee chat, didn't we?
I think so. I think we just shared in one of our videos we did about something with Disney Cruise Line that we have that booked. But we are going in January.
We're going in January, guys.
Which is going to be one of their first, like...
Well, I think they start sailing... Can correct us if we're wrong.
If you know.
I think they start sailing in December 2024.
Yeah.
And we're going to be January 2025.
So
we're going to be... I think if I've done my math correct... And again,
could be wrong.
I'm not good at math, okay? But I'm pretty sure we're like the 4th or 5th sailing.
I thought it was like 5th or 6th from what I've...
Okay, it's around that time frame, but it's still in that like early window. Like
you're
still going to be smelling the paint.
It's crazy, you guys.
Yeah,
we're so excited.
We're very excited about it.
Yes.
So that is booked.
Yep.
We're going to probably most likely do the Hyatt in the Orlando airport again, because we love that.
This time it's just cruise.
No, it's just a cruise. No world. That's why we're trying to squeeze in a Disneyland trip. We'll see.
Get our park fixin'.
Yeah, but we're just going to do it because it's a 7-night.
It is,
So we're going to, head out for a day or two before the cruise and then all that. So there'll be a lot more like Disney cruise content as we get closer to that as we do. But guys, I'm so excited for the treasure. Like I'm more excited for the treasure than the Wish.
I am too. It does not feel real to me because I feel like usually for me, I do so much research on things before we do it.
And it just isn't.
And you can't do any research right now because it's not out. It's not sailing. So I'm like,
and part of the thing we're thinking is like, you guys know that we love watching, like that's one of the reasons how we started our channel was like we started watching like Disney cruise related content.
Yeah.
And it was just so fun watching people go on the shit that we haven't gone on. So we're like, this is going to be so cool because we will be one of the first. Yeah. Not the first, obviously. There'll be vlogs out before us, but in a way, it feels good that we're going to be able to provide this content for you guys who are booking this later this year and share and our hopefully. Thoughts, So we'll talk more about this as we go, and but it would be kind of fun to comment below what are some things you would like. I know we're a ways out, but we plan our videos out pretty far. There are 2 questions I have for the comments. Number 1, what are some things you would like to see on the Disney Treasure? Like, what are some things you would like us to review, to talk about? I don't know. Number 2, what are some videos that you would like to see before we go? It doesn't have to be Disney Treasure related, because we don't know,
what to expect.
But like any kind of Disney cruise content, let us know below. Anyway, we're excited. Very excited. So, anyway, anything else, or should we just continue going on the questions?
Let's just keep going with the questions, I think.
Cheers. Well, the next question we have is, when is your next Disney trip?
Okay.
We actually had a lot of those.
Yeah.
So we'll get out of the way. We have something kind of loosely booked, but we'll see. We'll see what happens this year. We're not making any promises.
For sure, we have the Treasure in January, though.
And by the way, it was BMan246 who asked, when are you sailing on the Treasure? And there was multiple people talking about the Disney trip, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Ange with 3 girls. When is your next Disney trip? Our family loves your Disney vlogs and cruise ones too. Hearty face emoji. We appreciate that. Very soon, hopefully. Very soon. I mean, with us, there's always going to be something Disney on the books. So you can count on that for sure.
All right, so this is, I believe, Cadyelli. How close in age are your boys? Was 1 to 2 really hard? So our boys are 6 and 8, so they are 2 years and 2 months apart.
2.
Yeah. And I don't know, I feel like the jump from 2 to 3 is harder, is what I feel it was harder as an adjustment than 1 to 2.
Do you think so?
That's what I feel, yeah.
I don't know, man. I honestly think 1 to 2 is harder.
Really?
Yeah.
In what way?
Okay, so...
Actually, I'm going to backtrack too.
Yeah.
I do think it was harder in the sense that Landon was still like, not potty trained, like in that toddler stage. So bringing a baby into that, it was
because
hard.
they were so close to age, kind of.
It was busy.
This one is like you have Landon to help, and even Tucker helping with Junie.
They're both very self-sufficient when Junie came along.
Some people say like going to 2, 3 is like, oh my gosh, what's your world's dying.
It does feel like more.
Your world's dying.
Like it feels like a huge family with 3.
It is. You feel like a big family. Yeah. But I don't think it was.
But for us in our season, 1 to 2 is.
It just
It was pretty rough.
1 to 2 was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was harder. I mean,
because of the stage.
It's really funny actually, because when you had your first kid, it was your whole life changed, right? Like it was just hard. Everything was hard. It just was. It's just what it is. But then when we had 2, I remember there was a time when like my parents watched like Tucker watched Landon. Yeah. And then we just took Tucker out for like on a date or whatever. And it was like, this is so easy. Yeah. Having 1 child is the easiest thing in the world. Yeah. It's all perspective. Right. And then I think that's what happened with 3. It was just like when we have just 2 of the kids and 1 at a friend's house, it's like this is insane. Like this is easy. Yeah. And when 2 kids are gone, we have 1 kid. We're like, this is amazing. Yeah. And then we have no kids. It's like, holy crap.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Those of you that have kids, more than 1. It's like, all right. Next question. Tessa Tomps. What's the story behind the Steve Martin breakfast?
I honestly I don't know. Like, well, I do know. Okay. It's just weird is what it is. So we were watching the Steve Martin documentary on Apple TV. We love it. We like Steve Martin. You love it. Yeah. And it was this small little like part where he talks about how he loves poached eggs. Well, it was funny because he shared he doesn't cook at all. He's like, I don't cook, I don't bake, but he's like, I can make 1 thing. He's like, actually 2 things. 2 poached eggs. 2 poached eggs. And so he has 2 poached eggs. Or that's what he makes. On toast. On toast every morning. And I love eggs. You know what I mean? And so he made it look so. He made it look so good. And so from then on, kid you not, every morning or when I eat, because I intermittent fast, but when it's time for my eating window, I will make 2 eggs, and I call it my Steve Martin. But I also do cottage cheese and like 1 piece of toast. But I call it my Steve Martin. It's just a thing. And you put a ton of salt and pepper on it. Oh, it's so amazing. Good. But I don't make them poached, actually. I just make them fried. So it doesn't mean it's not even what Steve Martin does. Eggs, yeah. Over easy. Yeah. So sunny side up or bouncy eggs is what our kids call them. Yeah. But I always make them. So the boys are like, Dad, you making your Steve Martin? I'm like, yes, I am. They know. Yeah. Everyone knows I'm making my Steve Martin. So that is the story behind that. Okay, Kristen Sash. If we butcher these, we apologize. Will you guys be bringing your podcast back? We are. We're actually filming tomorrow. Isn't that crazy? Tomorrow. It's finally on the books. We finally have everything together. We are filming. We went on Instagram a while back talking about like your travel tips. And so it's going to be a whole like travel tip video.
Yeah.
Talking about your travel tips, our travel tips, and we'll talk about everyone's travel tips, and it's going to be a great old time.
It'll be fun.
Coming back.
But let us know if you have more ideas.
We're doing like a segment where we're doing like topic talks as well, which we have a list there. And we're kind of spicing up our podcast to hopefully have more content coming out. We hope to do it more than once a month. Yeah. And as we get in a rhythm and stuff, then we'll pump out some more. But we're excited to bring it back.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, we have a podcast. It's called Z Roll Podcast. We'll link it below. If we have, I don't know, I forget how many episodes we have, but that was season 1. We're coming into season 2.
All right, this one is from Ambitious Limb Story. Who would you say is more obsessed with Disney altogether? And she's like, eyes emoji.
It's me.
I think it's me.
Do you really think so?
Yeah.
Do you think you're more obsessed with Disney than I am?
Yes, I do. Do you want me to prove my point?
Have we ever got asked this question before?
I don't know.
We've gotten asked questions of like, who did someone like Disney before the other, first, whatever, and we think we like Disney like the same amount of time.
Yeah, because like, we both were introduced to it as young kids. Yeah. Going to the parks and stuff.
I don't know. Like how do we rank that?
Because here is my argument.
And don't say you're better at trivia, because that's just dumb.
Well, I know I wasn't gonna say it. You said it, but it's true. But also for you love Disney with like you love the movies and the parks and the history, whatnot, like as I do too. But when it comes down to other things, like I just have more. I don't know.
What other things?
Merch.
Okay, I like merch.
Okay, well, but I know more about the stuff that comes out before you do.
I think.
You know what I mean?
What? I'm the one telling
just more
you.
Knowledgeable
I told you about the Haunted Mansion queue in Disneyland.
Okay, I missed
several
that
months
one.
ago.
I know, but I'm the one always like watching like literal like ride-throughs and walkthroughs of the park.
Okay,
like you don't do that.
No. I don't think that. Okay. I don't think that makes you more, because for me, I like to be surprised.
I don't know.
I like to like be like the, just see it for the first time myself.
Yeah.
So I think that just shows that I like the magic more.
Agree to disagree?
I don't think I can do that.
Okay.
We have to have a Team Lacey, Team Justin here.
Okay.
Wait, this is
They're
for
gonna
real.
say Team Lacey because I just know more than you.
I mean, what other things?
I mean, if you want to go down the trivia lane, that covers a lot, like...
Doesn't mean anything.
With history and movies and music, I know a lot more than you do.
That doesn't mean that you like it more. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Okay. Does it?
We'll have to figure this one out. We'll have to figure out like some way to figure out. Let us know if you have any ideas.
Measure this?
Because I'm just saying, maybe we just like it the same. Or you guys can
say Team Lacey in the comments below.
That's
By the way, I'm wearing my Be Kind, Read Books, Travel More, Leg Life shirt. This is the dopest shirt, you guys.
The dopest.
Dopest.
It just slaps different.
It is awesome. They're awesome,
nice shirt. It looks good on you, too. We're actually playing basketball outside with the boys today. And I noticed the shirt. I'm like, oh, yeah, I haven't even seen you wear that shirt
You got it for me for Christmas.
For Christmas. Yeah, it's finally nice to wear it.
Well, it's nice outside. Yeah, I've been in hoodies all winter. Okay, here we go. Sleepy in Disney. Ooh. Where did you two meet? So we will link below the video of our love story. Which I think in that we talk about like our love for Disney a little bit too. So you'll get a little bit more insight on that. And maybe that'll help you determine
what's funny?
Who is the bigger.
Someone today
commented on that. I saw that. I was like,
I'm
whoa.
Like, that was a long time. That was an old video.
Okay, so you'll find out in that video how we met in our story, but we did meet in high school. Just a quick answer there.
We didn't date in high school. It was a couple years after. But we did originally meet. Actually, funny story though. Let's just talk about this really fast.
Okay.
Is that like we were just good friends, and I think I was seeing someone at the time. You were seeing someone at the time.
Yeah.
But then you weren't seeing someone at the time, and then I wasn't seeing someone at the time, but we were still friends. But then there was people that would come to me because we were so good friends, and they'd be like, "Hey, I want to ask Lacey on a date. Like, what does she like? What do I do?" And I would literally give them the game plan for their date. I would be like, "Hey, pick her up here, take her here, get her this, do this," and they're like, "All right, cool." And they would do those things because I knew her so well.
You did.
And then the rest is history.
And then you're like,
actually, this is okay. Okay, my friend Jen. Actually, funny story. We worked at Apple together for years. Okay. And she was our first subscriber.
Jen.
So when I was Okay. So
awesome.
her question is, when are you going to Tokyo Disney? I don't know. Like, that is definitely on our bucket list. We would love to go sometime. Yeah. But let's talk about Jen a little bit. So it's a tradition. Whenever we go to Walt Disney World or Disneyland, we always buy her like a pen.
Like the date, something
2024 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was on our last vlog, actually. We'll link that video below where we picked the pen for her. But it's a tradition because it's like, you are our first subscriber. We got to take care of our first subscriber.
Absolutely.
And but anyway, it's hilarious because I remember, I don't know if you remember this, Jen, but I remember, like, we were standing around, like, the MacBook Pro table, not Apple. And we were talking, I was like, I'm thinking about, like, starting a vlog. Like, a YouTube channel. Because Jen was super into Tim trackers.
Yeah.
And she introduced us to Tim trackers, like, years ago.
I remember that.
And she was all into it. She, you should totally do that. That'd be awesome. And she kind of gave me, like, the confidence I needed to start it.
Yeah.
And so I did.
That's cool.
She was our first subscriber. Cheers, Jen.
That is awesome. Jen, how is your pin collection? I want to see that too, by the way.
Oh, I'll send you a picture.
Oh,
She gave me a picture of it. She added ours to the collection.
We have some randomly. I mean, in our shelves,
we don't really
have
a good
things,
pen collection.
but I know.
Yeah.
We find some here and there, but I would love to get like a board of all of them because cool.
We do have a good amount, but like you said, you're like looking at it because they are everywhere.
Where are they?
But anyway, Tokyo Disney. Oh my gosh, we would love to like do Tokyo, love to do Paris. So one day.
Yep.
One day.
All right. I know her first name's Lacey, but I might not say the last name right. Mercific asked, what are you reading right now? So now that Summer Lacey is out, my book list is just going because all throughout the school year, I'm like, when I have time, I want to read this and this and this. So currently I'm reading The Tattooist of Auschwitz. I really like Holocaust books, if you're into that. The Happiest Man on Earth was really, really good. I recommend that one. But I just started this one. Like, I'm only a couple chapters into it, but it's really good. And then I just found out they have a series, like a TV series of it on Peacock that just released. So I'm really excited.
Peacock's killing it lately.
Yeah, because I'm just like that whole era just is very intriguing to me, and I love reading books and I love like watching the movie afterwards because it helps me, like, when you read and you envision what it looks like or what the character's like, and then when you see how they portray it, like, I just love that so much. So I'm excited to like watch that TV series after I finish it. So that's what I'm reading right now. I've got other ones, but I'd have to look at my list, but that's my focus.
So for me, I have like 3 books that I'm reading, and this is my problem with books. I start it, and I'm strong with starting it, and then like I find a different one, I scroll to a different one, I get excited about that, I go to a different one.
Great.
So I'm like really trying to finish out these 3 before I move on to the next. So my 3.
I know your Arnold one. We got a Target.
Yeah, the Arnold one, which is called, hold on, I forgot. Okay, so it's called Be Useful, 7 Tools for Life. I really enjoyed it. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger though, so... but he just, he's been very successful, and he just has a lot of really good tips and tricks and just good work ethic. You know what I mean?
Like those kind of books. Those kind of like
books.
Atomic Habit
but
books.
I love it because it's not the whole like get rich fast kind of thing. It's like you're gonna hustle. It's a grind. Put in the work, and I love that kind of stuff because that's reality. You know what I mean? And so I love what he has to say. Also, I'm reading the new 1 Minute Manager, another leadership book. It's been really good. And I'm reading Faith by Chuck Smith.
I actually was picking that up the other day because I found we had 2 copies. I'm like, I'm going to start this one too.
I love that book. I've actually read it before, but I'm reading it again. It's been a while. It's a really good book. Also, one more book. I'm not going to recommend it. Haven't read it yet, but it's called Home and Alone by Daniel Stern. Marv from Home Alone. And it's kind of like a behind-the-scenes kind of stuff of not just Home Alone.
It's probably a little bit like of a memoir.
Yeah. But like... other movies he's done and everything.
Yeah.
But I love Home Alone and I love Daniel Stern, and so I was just like, I gotta do it. So I'm excited to read that. But I'm gonna finish my 3 books. And this is gonna be my carrot and the stick. Because I'm really excited about this book. I haven't been this excited about a book for a while.
You finish
so it's gonna be there and I'll look at it and be like, dang it. And I finish my other books.
That's good.
So those are our books. And also, we'll link all those books below that we talked about in case you guys are wondering. We also have another question that was, what kind of devotion Bible reading plan do you guys use? What do you use with your kids? This was Jessica Peterson 92.
So the one we have for our kids is called Indescribable. It's by Louis Giglio. And the one we have, he has a lot of different themes, but this one's about God and science, 100 devotions about that. And so it's got a lot of fun themes because Landon and Tucker were really into science. So we're doing that one.
Also, there's a couple by Levi Lesko that are really good. So we'll link a couple below. But we those are they're fun because they have like a cool story and they have some good application questions. As far as us, I have the 1 year Bible, which I really like. I had the NLT version. We have like another Bible reading program that we go through with our church, but I just found out it's based off the 1 year Bible.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just like the 1 year Bible.
Yeah.
So I'll link the one I have below, but I really enjoy having something as well. Yeah. I kind of go off on just random books as well, but I really like having at least something structured.
Right. And then I do something similar like that our church has a Bible reading plan, but then I also have devotions within my Bible. So my Bible's it's one I don't think there's a name for it. It's a CSB Bible, but if you guys know who Candace Cameron Bure is, she it's endorses it, her Bible in a sense. That's how I found out about it, and I love it. It's got a really cute cover too. But within the Bible, there's a lot of different devotionals, and they're themed, and they're really cool. So there's like a little plan that comes with it within the Bible. So I'm doing that as well, and I really like it. So.
And G Martin 1101 said, "When are you going to do a meetup with the Bronze and vlog it? Of course, LOL." I don't know.
We would absolutely love that.
That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, with the amount of Disney they do and us.
Tyler, Jessica, let's do it. Meet up in Disney.
Yes.
And it's gonna be a great time.
I know.
I don't know. We actually talk about that quite a bit, but it would be a lot of fun.
It would be so much fun.
When the old schedules maybe align one day.
Yes.
But that would be.
It'll happen one day.
Oh my gosh!
It's one of those things that we all have that feeling it's gonna happen one day. It's just the timing.
So I don't know if you guys watch, like maybe some of you guys know who the Bronze are, but they have a podcast called Disneyville, and we'll link that below. It's fantastic. But they were talking about like a turkey leg, one of their most recent podcasts, and they never had a turkey leg before, and so I'm like, okay, this is the thing. If we go to Disneyland, I will buy the turkey leg for everyone. Turkey legs for everybody. And we're going to cheers them and we're going to eat them for the first time.
If you don't know, Justin is a big fan of the turkey legs.
Yeah.
I could go
and the dill pickle. I can have a pickle in one hand, turkey leg in the other.
But they were saying how it's just, it doesn't seem appetizing to most people, but they weren't, the first in line to get one ever, as some people just aren't.
It's funny though because
like I was
thinking of the turkey leg for just a weird amount of time with that podcast, and I was like, do I actually really like it, or is it because it's just what I do?
Because you've stood by it for so long.
So next time I go, I'm really gonna be like, do I really like this thing?
Yeah.
I don't really know.
You might just be like, sorry guys.
I do like the pickle though. I do like for sure the pickle.
The pickle.
Because I've done that same thing with the pickle. I'm like, do I really like this? And I do.
Yeah.
I do. But anyways, there's some other questions, but I think we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch a movie tonight.
Yes. I think. The sun is going down, as you might be able to see right now.
Yeah,
but
the sun's been. We still gotta put up our blinds and stuff to diffuse the light.
Yes.
But anyway.
Thank you guys so much for your questions. We were going through some of them and just having so much fun. I'm like, these are really good questions. So thank you for making this video possible.
No, it's awesome.
And interacting with us. It's so much fun.
Seriously, whenever we ask for questions, we can count on you guys, and we so appreciate it because it makes it fun. There's this other one that's like tips to save money on your Disney cruise we leave in January.
That might have to be like a whole
podcast or something like that. So like we see these, and so we not only like if we don't answer them, we actually some of them we archive for other video ideas, and so we really appreciate it. But anyways, if this is your first time hanging out with us, I can't believe you watched till the end. And if you did watch till the very end, go ahead and put the watermelon emoji. The reason why is because
we're in summer
mode.
That,
but also Junie was walking around our studio today with the watermelon, and I just found a piece of rind.
You stepped on it, actually.
Yeah, well, I stepped on it and found it. Yeah, whatever. So let's do that for Junie.
Okay.
A piece of water, like the watermelon emoji. But we love you guys, and if you have not subscribed, consider doing that. We'll have more videos like this. Also, Disney cruise stuff and Disney and lifestyle vlogs, all of that. Summer Lacey is out. She's ready to go. So, all right. Cheers.
Bye, guys.